Hi Aquarius, welcome to your monthly reading for December 2023. These messages are for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Just wanted to thank everyone who watches the videos, likes, shares, comments, subscribes to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, see the description box below the video for that. So these are the decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. And just as like a little opening comment, side note, whatever you want to call it, just wanted to share like a hunch kind of feeling that I've had for the past maybe 2-3 weeks. So since Scorpio season, I've kind of felt that going into December, people are going to sort of be speaking their minds more. People may be saying things that are controversial, that cause shake-ups. And this could be that you're doing it, people are doing it to you, you're observing it around you, you're hearing it. And I'm not talking about in the media, because I know that happens all of the time in the media anyway. There's always somebody speaking their mind and saying something controversial. I'm talking more in our day-to-day lives. It's just a feeling, a strong feeling that I've had. I am aware we're in Sag season now, Sagittarius season. And yes, I did remember probably like yesterday, that Sagittarius energy can be known for being very frank and open, can be quite blunt. How would you describe it? Blunt truths sometimes. I don't think there are usually malicious intentions behind it, but yeah, they can be quite blunt with the truth as well. And it's kind of a what you see is what you get energy, isn't it, with Sagittarius for the most part too. So yeah, that's just a hunch I've had, and I just wanted to share that. So we'll see if and how that plays out. But anyway, let's get on with your reading. So we're going to start off with a message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and that's going to be like your main theme, or like the main thing that you need to know for December. So let's get into it, Aquarius, and see what comes up for you today. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. So what do we need to know for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising? Embracing. So you have embracing. What are you embracing? And then let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Stand still. Okay, that doesn't help, does it really? Although the birds, you've got birds in both of them, and they're both in water. That is interesting. Okay. Right, so embracing something. So let's get your tarot cards out now as well. And we'll see what else you need to know about that sort of main theme, first of all. So again, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, you've got the Five of Pentacles. All right. Your energy specifically, so how you're dealing with things. You have the Knight of Swords. That is a very outspoken person, but we'll see what else comes up. Any external energies. You've got the Death card. You know what was strange? When I saw that Five of Pentacles and I didn't say it, I was wondering if somebody's grieving, like literal grieving over someone who's passed away. I'm not predicting someone will pass away, but I'm saying I was kind of wondering when the Five of Pentacles came out, if someone's grieving for someone who has passed away, and then the Death card comes out as the external energy. And the Five of Pentacles usually isn't to do with grieving, is it? It's usually the Five of Cups, but for some reason, I'm fully aware that this is the Five of Pentacles and not the Five of Cups, but that is what came out straight away. So yeah, right, let's see. Past energies for you. Whoa, there's like 5 cards, so no. And I mean, with it being December and Christmas is coming up, it wouldn't surprise me if it is a time of year when people think about those who've passed away, isn't it? You think about those people and it can make a lot of people very sad. Well, yes, it would naturally make people sad if you're thinking about people that you've lost at this time of year. So let's look at that past energy again. So we've got Justice. No, I'm getting no. Okay, try again. Past energy, please. Right, yep. 10 of Cups in reverse. Current, present energy. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And let's look at your potential future. The Sun. Is there a song called Brighter Days, or are there multiple songs called Brighter Days? Because that's what the first thing that came to mind when that Sun card came out, Brighter Days. I don't know if Mary J. Blige does a song like that, or someone else as well. Right, let's look at your advice. You have, yeah, the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. I just had to mentally ask myself, is that right? And I got it, yeah. So Hanged Man, Ace of Wands. That grieving energy is there. I'm not sure of how that will, if that will come into it, but yeah. Right, let's look at the Five of Pentacles. Let's clarify that first of all. Why is the Five of Pentacles there, please? Yep. Mother is the first thing that came to mind when the Queen of Pentacles came out. That was dramatic. We've got the Hermit. We have Temperance, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. And let's get one more. And we get two. So we've got next the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So you have got two cards of family there, actually. Two cards that are strong. You've got three tens as well, and the Death card as well. Okay, right, yep. So you've got three tens, two cards that are closely connected to kind of family type energy, and long-term things. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, who I said the mother came out quite strongly. She's here as well. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but it's the same characters in the cards. Let me get something for the Queen of Pentacles. A thought that's come into mind, and I'm sorry if anyone's experienced this, is if anyone's lost their mother. I'm not predicting the loss of a mother, but I'm just saying, if anyone has lost their mother, there could be some grief there, because I'm getting kind of a heavy feeling around that. Right, why is the Queen of Pentacles there, please? So you've got the Three of Cups, you've got the Seven of Swords, and I am actually recording, aren't I? Let's get one more. You've got the Five of Cups there. I've said before, the Five of Cups, for me, a lot of the time, it's kind of felt like the Three of Cups there feels like the literal Three of Cups card, where it's support that you should have, but as it's not there, it's gone, it's built out. But there is still an opportunity in this particular Five of Cups. There is still an opportunity to connect with others and get support elsewhere. There might be something here about embracing support from others, if you're not getting that already, because you've got the Ten of Wands there. So there might be some sort of burden where you're kind of feeling like you don't have the support that you need. The Hermit is a card, is a person who's quite isolated, they're on their own. And then you've got Temperance next to it, where there might be a need for sort of more harmonious relationships, or in a family situation, if there are any burdens, or just you're burdened in general. You might feel like you need more harmony in that sense. But another thing that can come up with the Five of Pentacles is a sense of rejection. I mean, another thing for the holidays, Christmas type holidays, is where people feel isolated if you have lost family members, or you're not close to family members, there have been arguments, that sort of thing. There are people who can feel completely alone and rejected. I'm going to leave that there and move on to the other cards and see what comes up, because, yeah, it's another strange one so far, but let's see what else comes up. So as I said, the two things that came up first and foremost, so the thing about if grieving people who have passed away, and then there's a sense of isolation and rejection potentially coming up here, and maybe a need to if anybody's estranged from their family, that's another thing that's coming up. There might be a need to kind of reconcile differences. That sort of thing is coming to mind as well, and a mother could heavily be involved. Yeah, I'm going to continue because I feel like just trying to figure this out on its own is not helping, to be honest. So the rest should hopefully make it a lot clearer. So let's look at that Knight of Swords. I mean, that's your energy specifically. Why is that Knight of Swords there, please? Right, that was so aggressive it knocked over the little bottle. So we've got the Fool, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Cups, but it's in reverse. It almost feels like it should be upright, actually. Anything else? Anything else for that Knight of Swords? This is upright. I know it's down that way, but it fell out upright and then it twisted itself around. So we've got the Page of Cups there. Okay, we're going to take those. So you've got another mother figure here with the Queen of Cups next to her child. Her child specifically would be the Page of Cups, and then you've got the Devil there. So this side here, these cards here, so the Fool, the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, there's a sense of needing to express, likely needing to express how you feel, if you're feeling a particular way. It might be to do with wanting more of a sense of freedom. So I think one of the things that I mentioned in the last reading was, with it being like the Christmas holiday, is I know a couple of people who they're doing things differently this year. They usually, like, they'll do the Christmas dinner and everything and be around their family, but things have changed, circumstances have changed within their family, and they're going on holiday this year. So it's like doing things differently, which is the energy, the Fool energy is doing things differently as well, doing things in a new way. It doesn't appear to have caused a problem in their family, but I know for some families, when people decide to do things differently, it can cause problems. If someone said, oh, I want to go on holiday instead this year of being here with you guys, it would cause arguments, wouldn't it? Because with the Eight of Cups, that's usually a card of leaving something behind and walking away, but she's in reverse, so it's like, are you kind of feeling a bit restricted? And then the King of Cups is a card of restriction, as like holding your feelings in as well. Like, you know how you feel, but you're not saying it straight up. The Devil is a card of holding back as well, isn't it? Are you afraid of disappointing anyone, or has there already been some sort of disagreement or argument on how you're spending the Christmas, or just in general within a family situation? Because there seem to be quite, I mean, yeah, the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups as well. I mean, that's the parents and that's the child. Has there been a disagreement in your family? Right, let's look at the Devil. Have you already been outspoken and expressed something that has, yeah. Right, Devil. Or are you wanting to express something? Four of Cups. I mean, this together feels like holding back a sense of disappointment, doesn't it, with the Devil and the Four of Cups? Or there's something disappointing that is holding you back. And then you've got that Five of Cups again. For me, that again, that can relate to, yes, it's hurt, feeling hurt, disappointment as well. And then you've got the Strength card. Let's get one more for that. So you've got the Three of Cups and the Page of Swords. So with the Three of Cups coming up as a clarifier as well, with the for the Devil, again, the Three Cups are out, aren't they? This has happened twice now. The Three Cups are out there. There's Three Cups there. Again, it may be not feeling supported with something, and there's three there. There's a One Cup there, but Three Cups there. You might feel a lack of support, potentially in expressing yourself, or you have expressed something and you don't feel supported, or you want to express something and you feel you're not going to be supported. You might be just saying that something is disappointing to you or dissatisfactory. Is that a real word? Unsatisfactory, not dissatisfactory. I don't know where I came up with that from. Okay, what else can I look at here? Yeah, I'm going to leave that as well, and I'm going to just continue because I feel like this probably isn't going to get clear. It's just going to be one of those where you just have to progress through it and then it will become clear, rather than spending ages on one card, getting millions of clarifiers out for one card. And yeah. So yeah, as I said, it feels like there's a need to express something. It might be about freedom. It might be about disappointment. There's an emotional element to it. Whatever you're expressing, it's attached to emotion. There could be a parent-child dynamic here for real, but it's like there's a sense of holding back and maybe not feeling supported with it as well in some way, shape or form. So let's carry on and see what comes out. So next we're doing that external energy. That's the Death card. And again, I'll reiterate, usually when the Death card comes out for me, it's just that general, like, metaphorical death of something ending. But yeah, it's giving me a bit of a niggling feeling of someone. And it doesn't mean a recent death either. It could be a death from years ago, decades ago even. But it is making me think of not predicting death, but a literal death that's already, happened. So it could be like grandparents or something like that. Right, Death card is an external energy, please. We've got the Ace of Wands. Two of Cups. There is something coming to mind with this actually again, relating to in terms of the holidays and how you spend your time, like when. So so before, when people are single, then obviously they're more available to spend time with the family that they were born into in the holidays. And then eventually people grow up, they get older, some people get married, etc. And then they kind of form their own little family that they spend Christmas with and have their own new traditions. And that is the potential. That's something that could potentially be causing conflict if people are kind of separating for the Christmas and they're in their own little family now, so they're doing it that way rather than going to parents, grandparents, extended family, that sort of thing. That could be a way of looking at the Death card metaphorically, as that the old traditions, I mean, we haven't got like the Hierophant or anything, although we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The traditions have ended. The old traditions have gone, and you're kind of doing things in a new way now, connecting with new people, doing things differently. I mean, you've got the Ace of Wands twice. That could be what the Embracing card is about, embracing new ways, the new traditions possibly. But let's see what else comes up. So we've got Eight of Pentacles. Anything else? We've got Eight of Wands. And we have the Queen of Swords and the Moon. Right, I'm going to look at... I mean, this would be if we're talking about new, doing something new, this is a new way of using your energy and your focus. I'm getting with the Eight of Wands as well. It's almost, this Eight of Pentacles is almost making me think of, you know, when people are preparing Christmas dinner, that is kind of what that's making me think of. But anyway, let's have a look at the Eight of Pentacles, see if we can get anything more from that. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay. Does somebody here want to spend Christmas completely alone? I mean, I don't celebrate Christmas. I haven't celebrated Christmas officially for over a decade now. And strangely, I've said it to most of the signs, I really enjoy watching Christmas movies, made for TV Christmas movies. It's almost like I'd rather sit and watch a film and watch people celebrate Christmas than to actually be involved in it myself. And my family, my immediate family, don't officially celebrate it either. Like, we still get together and eat and have a drink, but we don't like do all the traditional stuff. It's just another normal family gathering for us. But yeah, is somebody like, nah, I just want to be by myself this year instead of with others. Let's look at the Eight of Pentacles again. See if there's anything else there. Yeah, see, Six of Swords. That's like, I mean, the Nine of Pentacles, it can be a card of kind of keeping to yourself, taking care of yourself, being in your own kind of sanctuary. And then the Six of Swords is kind of going off. Like, kind of going off on your own, isn't it? Well, not on your own because there's three people in the card, but kind of going off to a more peaceful whatever. I mean, another thing that comes to mind, you've got that chaotic looking Eight of Wands there. If anyone's had any disagreements with their family, not just now, but throughout the year or something like that, you might be thinking, I just want some bloody peace from you all. So yeah, this Christmas I'm not going to be with you. Anything else for that Eight of Pentacles? Three of Cups. So that, okay. So you have a card of isolation there. But then you have someone going off. Kind of going off to find their own sense of peace. And then you have the Three of Cups. So let's see what comes after that Three of Cups. Two of Swords. Again, it's kind of making me think of the energy of kind of doing things differently, like going off and spending your time with different people, whether it is just about the Christmas break or in general. So kind of forming different connections or new connections, spending Christmas with different people instead. It's giving that type of energy. Let's just get one more to see what comes off after that Two of Swords. And it's kind of, I mean, that implies that I'm getting a bit of a risky energy from that Two of Swords. I know that something like the Seven of Swords or the Fool would be more of a risk, which is already there, but it feels kind of risky with that Two of Swords. Or is it sort of assessing, is it the right decision? Or if you are in the process of deciding who you want to spend your time with, again, whether it is just for the Christmas or in general, you might be kind of debating, should I put myself first or should I be more concerned about everybody else's happiness? That's coming to mind here. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. Anything else for the Eight of Wands? So you've got the Strength card, Six of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. Now with the Eight of Wands. Get one more. Nine of Cups again. That's a card of kind of considering your own happiness. So again, that energy, if you have had any issues with your family or whoever the people are that you're closest to, that you spend a lot of time with, you might be sort of feeling a sense of courage that, yeah, I want to be around different people right now. Because there's the Strength card can be a card of courage. You've got the Six of Wands, which can be about, it's a card of success, but it's also a card of being valued and being seen for who you are and appreciated as well. You've got the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration, but it's kind of a very balanced fair type of collaboration, working together with people in a way that is kind of harmonious, I guess is the word that comes to mind. And the Nine of Cups is where you're satisfied. So again, you may feel like the people that you're normally around, there's just a lot of chaos at the minute, and you kind of just want to go off and be around different people. So we've got the Moon under there as well, haven't we? You've got the Moon next to the Queen of Swords. So it might be, I mean, you had the Knight of Swords up there. It might be about communicating this. It's like a need to change things, and you have to communicate it for that to happen, don't you? So yes, I'm going to leave that there and continue and see if things, how it develops, if it becomes clearer. So the external energy, I mean, it's one that where things need to change for a start. It looks like it's a change in who you are, who you're spending your time with, and who you're collaborating with, working with. It doesn't have to mean literal work as in a job, but, you know, who you're just around at this time. So we've got 10 of Cups. I mean, let's see what clarifies it first, because I would say often when, well, not often, depending on what the rest of the reading is like. Cards in reverse for me sometimes, depending on what it is, can be a work in progress. Is that 10 of Cups in reverse a work in progress? I'm not sure. It could be more along the lines of this, in this particular reading, what was once happy doesn't feel as happy anymore. And obviously the 10 of Cups is, it's about fulfillment. It's a family, again, that whole family vibe. So let's see what comes up for that. So we've got the 7 of Cups there. So I do feel it is more, yeah, and you've got the Death card again. Again, it's about whatever was once happy or felt happy, probably, yeah, at some point in the past, however long ago that was, whether it was a month ago, a week ago, whatever, you've had to reassess that and decide that, yeah, it's not as fulfilling as it used to be. And not as harmonious comes to mind as well. So you've got the Death card there again. So once you've made that assessment, this is where you decide, I want to change things. I want things to be different. I want to give elsewhere, give my energy elsewhere with that 6 of Pentacles. Anything else? And it may not be about family. It could even be about work or a sense of community or something, some other situation where you just feel like you want to kind of distance yourself or have some time away from one particular group, if you want to call it that, and be around others. So you've got the Strength card again. That could actually be about the impact that being around certain people has on your energy, like who depletes your energy, who do you feel like it's just take, or you end up having to give too much, even if they don't ask for anything, you feel you give too much, and who revitalizes, with that Sun card, who revitalizes your energy, who saps your strength and who builds your strength up. But there's something in the past here where it's like you've recognized that something just, it's not fulfilling anymore. It's lacking in some way. So let's have a look at the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. And I know it's quite ambiguous. I mean, I know I've mentioned family, but other than that, it is kind of ambiguous at present. But that's what I'm getting. So Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. I mean, that kind of feels like it's where you put your needs first, doesn't it? With the Ace of Cups, I often talk of that being about self-love. It's fulfillment, your own sense of fulfillment. Again, what fills your cup, what revitalizes and energizes you. And the Knight of Wands is kind of going off and doing his own thing, isn't he, really? So let's see if anything else comes out for that. 8 of Swords, I mean, you're freeing yourself from something. I might look at that on its own to see what was restrictive. 2 of Swords, that feels like indecisiveness. But I feel like you're kind of coming out of that. Yeah, Judgment. This is where you've kind of reviewed and assessed what makes you feel indecisive or makes you feel like you have two truths, what restricts you, and it's like now you know how you want to move forward, now you know the path that you want to pursue. So anything else for that? Justice, so that would be what feels fairer to you with Judgment and Justice together. You're now choosing a path that feels fairer and more beneficial to you. You've got the Empress, and again, that for me is another card of like self-love, nurturing. I know that she nurtures others and she's generous towards others, but she takes care of herself as well, and she takes care of and nurtures and cultivates what it is that she wants to create. So let's look at the Eight of Swords. What is restricted here with the Eight of Swords? That Magician, the first thing that comes to mind is potential with that Magician, because he is potential, isn't he? He's capable, and he can hone his skills, and he can build on the skills he already has. So potential. So there might be something that was restrictive to your potential. We've got the Nine of Wands there, but it's in reverse. So I would say that's where you kind of recognize, or you've gotten to the is that the Fool again? No, it's not. It's the World. But for me, the World gives a sense of freedom too. So that Nine of Wands, it's kind of where you've gotten to the point where you're like, no, I'm not fighting this battle anymore. I'm not having this hold me back anymore. I'm not having it restrict me anymore. And then, as I say, you've got the World, which is kind of going off on a new path, going towards a new chapter, doing something new. The Lovers, it's connecting with and choosing what you love, what it is that makes you feel good. So Two of Swords, so let's have a look at that. Queen of Wands again. So let's see what comes out next, and then I'll speak on that, because I have a thought with that. King of Pentacles, right? Anything else? Knight of Swords. Let's get one more. We get two more. We get the Page of Swords and Three of Wands. This very much is now... So if you had two truths before, like say again, going back to the whole family example, if you kind of felt obligated to your family, or spending time with your family at Christmas or something to that effect, or whoever, the two truths would be, on the one hand, you kind of want to put yourself first and kind of pursue what you want to pursue. And on the other hand, you felt obligated to them. But here it looks like it's now you've kind of made the decision that you are going to put yourself first. You're going to be honest about it. You want to explore with both the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands, explore something different, create something new, set different intentions, build something new. Although the King of Pentacles, it can feel kind of like responsibility as well. So again, that obligation or responsibility to others. He's very supportive, isn't he? But very practically supportive. So in terms of the two truths, that could be the obligation where you feel like you have to take care of everyone, be a provider for everyone in whatever way that is. But as I say, it's feeling here like there's more of a need to kind of put yourself first. I think this is a common theme for this month, actually, of putting yourself first. And it's not about completely abandoning everybody and you know, not doing anything for anyone, but especially where you've given too much of your time and energy elsewhere and you've been kind of restricted by obligation. It feels like an energy of kind of balancing out how you put yourself first as well. And speaking up on that as well, because we've had quite a few swords. Have we got? Yeah, we've got the Knight of Swords there. Swords cards. So, like, sort of, again, as I said, it's kind of feels like whatever long-held traditions you have, you might be kind of releasing some of those to do things differently. So let me put these back. And it could even be little things as well, like say the whole Christmas dinner thing again. It might not even be that you just don't spend time with your family at all. It could be you've got a new partner and you spend half the day with them or their family and half the day with your family. But even something as small as that, depending on what your family are like, that could cause an argument, couldn't it? Where they're kind of, you know, and people can be quite, I mean, yeah, they might be a little bit hurt, but, you know, people can get overly dramatic with it as well. And they're like, oh my God, you're abandoning us all and blah, blah. You know what I mean? It can cause disruption, should I say. But let's look at the Sun card and see what comes up for that. So that's future energy. So Four of Cups. I'm going to try that again. That didn't feel right. Just bear with me. So you've got the Four of Wands. Again, it feels like a celebration, celebratory energy with that Four of Wands. Nine of Cups, I mean, that's another energy of kind of where do you feel most content and happy? And then you've got the Nine of Swords. Let's get one more after that. We've got the Star. Let's look at the Nine of Swords on its own, because I kind of feel like I'm all right with the rest of the cards. We've got Two of Pentacles. Yeah, again, that's kind of like the obligations, isn't it? It's doing what you have to do, but that can end up leaving you feeling out in the cold. It can make you feel anxious, potentially, as well. Let's get one more for that Nine of Swords. And yep, you may want to choose a different way of doing things. I mean, you've literally got the word way here, a different path. So the Four of Cups there, that would be that feeling of disappointment, of lack, where something's just missing. Four of Wands for me, it's the celebratory energy, like who do you want to be around? Who do you want to celebrate with? And then you've got the Nine of Cups energy again, so that contentment type energy. But then, as I say, I think with the Sun energy as the main, because we're clarifying the Sun in the future, it's kind of being clear on, again, on what makes you feel content. Who do you want to spend your time with? Where do you want to spend your time? What do you want to spend it doing? Over the sense of obligation that you might have. How can you balance that out? Let's have a look at the Star. Why is the Star there, please? Knight of Wands, Seven of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. I think you actually do want balance in this. Like, even if you're trying to do something new and drop old traditions and do things in a new way, I think you do still care about how it impacts everyone. As much as you want to put yourself first, I think you care about how it'll affect everyone, because with that Star, it's hope. It can be a card of hope, can't it? So hopes, what are you hoping for out of this? I mean, I would say with that Knight of Wands, Six of Wands as well in particular, it's being able to kind of do your thing, to do you. I would say with the Six of Cups, because this is the past, isn't it? It's not that you necessarily want to, you may not want to let go of old connections, and you may be considering what traditions you want to keep, but it's like you still want the freedom to kind of go and do your own thing. And the Seven of Wands, it can be a card of standing up for something, so it could be about standing up for this new way of doing things. There's also an element of it there where if anybody's resistant or opposed to what you're doing now, the new way of doing things, it's having to stand up against them with that, and stand strong in it and still enjoy your new path. But, you know, you're having to kind of defend it a little bit as well. So future energy, I would say there's an element of considering your happiness, how your happiness affects others as well, but being quite clear on what you will and won't do now, comes to mind. What are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? And I think you are willing to, probably to a certain degree, to compromise in whatever way that means for you. But for the most part, you will be taking your needs into consideration quite strongly in doing things new, embracing the new. I think I may call the reading that, although it's still slightly ambiguous to me. Maybe not to you, but it feels ambiguous to me. So let's look at the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. I mean, the Ace of Wands, that is the new, isn't it? The Hanged Man is the perspectives, the different perspectives, yours, other people's. But the Ace of Wands is definitely the new. So Hanged Man or Hanging Man and Ace of Wands, please. We've got the Five of Swords. I mean, that's where the potential for arguments, isn't it, really? You've got the Hierophant. That could be the traditions with the Hierophant, but I think I'll clarify that on its own. You've got the King of Wands, Three of Cups in reverse. Try that again. I mean, that King of Wands, he's determined and he's going to do it his way. He is definitely going to do it his way. Like, once he has an idea in his head, nobody's going to stop him. He's not going to, I don't think anyone could guilt trip the King of Wands. So again, as much as you may still care about how other people feel around you with whatever it is you want to do in a new way, once your mind is made up, once you've considered how fair and balanced everything's going to be, yeah, that's it. You can't be swayed. Queen of Wands. Let me try that again. Right, so Magician, Page of Swords. Let's get something for the Hierophant, first of all. How long is your reading, Aquarius? Okay. Right, Knight of Swords, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, 7. Yeah, these feel to me like it's assessing the traditions and values that you maybe grew up with or that you've been taught versus your truth, your intuition, what you think is of value. Let's look at the Three of Cups next. That is a bit of a sneaky energy, actually. That's where you kind of, that's the potential where, oh God, what film was it? I watched a Christmas film last week, I think, where the daughter was at university, or college in America, university, and her and the mother usually spend Christmas together because the father passed away, so the mother's a widower. And the daughter, I can't remember what excuse she gave up. She made up some lie, basically, because she didn't want to hurt her mother's feelings about how she was spending Christmas. She said she couldn't spend Christmas with her mum. She was doing something else, and I can't remember what it was now. But she basically lied. And the mother assumed, I think she went on holiday with her boyfriend or something. The mother assumed that she was still in wherever she lived at the university was, and the mother travelled on a plane and whatever to come and see her. But when the mother got there, the daughter wasn't there. She'd gone somewhere else with the boyfriend, and then she had to admit the truth to her mum. But it was kind of like, it wasn't malicious, but the daughter kind of had to sneak off because she wanted to avoid hurting her mother's feelings. And that's what the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords is making me feel like, the potential to if you feel like you can't be honest and it's going to hurt someone's feelings, that potential of kind of sneaking off and making up some excuse that you feel that will be more acceptable than saying, actually, I just want to go off on my own. I don't really want to, it's not that I hate you or anything. I just want to do it differently. So you've got the Four of Swords there. And you've got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, again, Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. It's kind of like you want a bit of peace to yourself, like whether it is literally by yourself or just with people, just with different people. You just want something that I'd say, I don't know if it's peace. It could be peace, that there's a lot of chaos with your family or whoever it is you normally spend your time with. But it's just, you just want to do it your way. You want to do your thing your way and put yourself first. Again, it's just the same thing. So we've got the Magician. I mean, that's the capability to change things. That's the capability you have to change things. That Page of Swords can be a new truth. So again, embracing the new ways. Was there anything else I wanted to look at? I think that's it, actually. But so this is your advice. I mean, it's about contemplating it very carefully, first of all. So you want to do things in a new way. It's looking at the different perspectives. So the perspectives in terms of what it is you want to do, considering others' feelings in that as well, the best way to approach it, if you need to be tactful in how you speak to them about it, considering their reaction or their potential reaction, because you don't necessarily know what that's going to be 100% and you can't control it as well. But it's taking everything into consideration, but still doing things in that new way that you want to do it. So I guess the advice is just to consider everything very carefully. Like, don't feel that you can't do it because it's just going to piss everybody off, but just consider it quite carefully. So I think that's the best you're going to get out of me from this reading today. I'm going to get you some final cards of advice from the Sacred Power Oracle deck, first of all. So Sacred Power deck, advice for Aquarius, please. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. So final card of advice for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. You have Illusion. That was on the bottom of the deck actually before I started shuffling. So you've got Illusion, which I'm going to read that one. And let's get you a couple of one card or however many come out from the Oracle of the Unicorns deck as well. Any more advice for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising? This deck is a workout when the cards are difficult to get out. It's quite heavy and thick. You have wow, listen to this: adventure, dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move to a new location. So I think I did mention somebody, did I mention the holiday? I think I mentioned the holiday in this reading. I've mentioned it in a couple actually. Dare to do things differently, so doing things in a new way. And then you have cycles. Everything has its right time. Under the cycles of your body, tune into the moon's magic. So it may be just suggesting with the cycles card that this is normal. If you've kind of felt stuck in a rut doing things the old way, whether it does involve family traditions, Christmas, etc., you may have felt for quite a while that you want to do things differently, and it's like, yep, now is the time. So let's look at that Illusion card and see what that says. So it says, appearances are not what they seem. You need more information. There are no dead ends in a labyrinth. It appears as if you are continuously going around in a circle. Labyrinths are temples that insist on uncovering the truth, bringing enlightenment of spirit and consciousness. From a distorted reality, one is never truly lost within it. Within the labyrinth, we find our own internal compass that lead us in the right direction, awakening and unifying our spirit within the cosmos. This illusion of time and space represents the distortion of your own reality. The labyrinth is an exercise in your soul's development. This illumination of self pushes towards individual experience so you can make informed decisions. Although it may feel like your senses are misleading you, deep down you know the outcome as you have already been here before. Illusions can fool and mislead you into believing a situation is ideal or a person is genuine in their interest or affection, when in fact it is the opposite. People can present themselves as helpful but have a secret agenda. Be careful now in your approach to others. The way forward is blurred with smiling assassins. Don't believe everything you hear or see right now. Stay alert. Caution is required for you to see through the smoke and mirrors. Without you seeing the full picture, an error in judgment is likely to occur. The key here is to see through the illusion of glamour and helpfulness to what is going on behind the situation. False ideas and beliefs are currently influencing you. Researching your ideas or pursuits further will give you clarity and deeper insight prior to any decision making. Distractions are everywhere right now. Your soul's compass is asking you to reassess your direction to uncover your true path. Does this action or decision bring you closer to your life's purpose? And the affirmation says, I hear deep messages with strength and clarity from my soul. My soul knows the way forward. I trust my inner guidance. So I think that whole internal compass thing, that's quite important in however you move forward, looking at the perspectives, etc. Trust your internal compass. So I'll leave your messages there, Aquarius. Hopefully there was something helpful for you here. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to book a personal reading, please see the information in the description box. And other than that, thank you for watching and take care.